All right, in this video, we are covering how to install the mpower 2x1 double stack onto a Jeep using the ditch light brackets. First, let's start by unboxing the mpower 2x1 double stack kit. So this kit comes with 4 mpower 2x1s with the harnesses pre-attached. And additionally, it comes with a hardware kit, one for each side of the vehicle, which consists of a mounting bracket and a swivel bracket, plus any nuts, bolts, and screws you may need. Finally, you get the instructions and warranty information with the 2x1 kit. Okay, so let's start by assembling the light. First, grab the swivel bracket. That's going to be the bracket with the 2 slots on it. And then you're going to slide the first light down over those 2 slots. Next, install the spacers, which go between the 2 different lights on the double stack. And then finally, put the upper light on the whole assembly. And you're going to finish that by taking the lock screws and threading them through both lights into the swivel base. And go ahead and tighten all that down. And here is the completed upper assembly for the 2x1 light. So now we're going to attach the base portion of the assembly to the 2x1 light. Start by putting the carriage bolt through the slot and then putting everything into place. Mounting the upper swivel bracket and the lower mounting bracket together requires a screw, a lock washer, and a flat washer, one on each side of the light assembly. And once that's complete, you can repeat the exact same process for the other light that's going to go on the other side of the Jeep. Now we're going to move to the vehicle, and we're going to start by removing the wiper arms on the vehicle so we can get under the cowl area to run all of our wiring. Now, in order to remove the wiper arms, it's done easiest by lifting the arm up to release all the tension on it. And this puts it into the replacement position. And then just lift up on the whole wiper arm assembly, and it will pop right off of the knurled pivot base. The next step is to remove the cowl assembly. Now, this requires taking 2 screws off of each side of the cowl on the upper portion of it, and then 1 screw right in the middle of the cowl on the lower portion of it. Now be sure to keep track of which screw goes where, because some of the screws are longer than others. Once all screws are removed, it's just a matter of lifting the cowl up and taking it off of the vehicle. Now for this installation, we are using an aftermarket ditch light bracket that's going to mount just under the A-pillar. We recommend following the bracket manufacturer's installation instructions for things like bracket placement and which hardware to use in which places. This helps make sure that your installation goes easily and looks clean when it's all complete. Now we're on the step where we install the light onto the ditch light bracket. And this is done by putting the light in place and then attaching the washer and nylock nut to tighten everything down. Now, we do recommend at this point keeping everything a little bit loose so you can make final adjustments after everything has been completed. Now, we need to run the wire under the cowl area, and we want to make sure that we pay attention to any pinch points. So this might take a little bit of finagling to make sure that the wire is going to go where it needs to go and not be pinched by the cowl itself when it is reinstalled. Now we're at the point where we're just going to run all the power wires throughout the vehicle. So this is where we're connecting the lights to the battery and the switching. So the first thing we need to do is run the wire that's going to go from the switch that will activate the lights to the battery. Now this power circuit needs to be rated for up to 15 amps of power through it. So we need to make sure we put a fuse in for that size, and the wire itself needs to be capable of handling 15 amps. Now, once that's done, let's also run the switching wiring inside the vehicle. Now, this is the wire that's going to go to our switch that we will just flip on and off, and we will connect that also to the lights themselves. Here's a quick diagram showing how things are going to connect on this vehicle. And here's a look of the finished product. Look how good it looks. Super easy to install. It really probably shouldn't take you longer than maybe an hour to do something like this. And you get lights on both sides of the vehicle in the ditch positions. And again, this was just a super easy upgrade to just about any Jeep out there.